Welcome everybody to Rare World Coins. Hopefully my videos in the past have at least sparked your interest in collecting world coins and maybe get you interested in or get you started on a hobby that may be of interest as far as collecting coins from your own country or neighboring country or around the world, or as you travel you will pick up some coins, possibly some rare coins, okay, aside from pocket change. So coin investing or coin collecting is always where people start. Usually a lot of kids start as far as getting interested in coins from their own country, small change, pick up dates, pick up rare coins, they accumulate, and then sooner or later, as they continue the interest of their hobby, it gets to be a little bit more interesting as they find and search for coins that they want to, acquire. Okay, so that has happened to me. I started when I was 10, and I continued on. My aunt, who traveled the world, was a nurse, so she picked up many coins from her travels, and then so she gave it to me, thought maybe that would be of interest to me. And once she started doing that, I basically got hooked on collecting coins, researching coins, finding coins all over the world, and of course their history, and of course that makes you proficient in geography, so you know where all these countries are all over the world. So that helped out in school. So at least I know where, Canada is at, Mexico, Guatemala, Cuba, all over Europe, all over Asia. So it helped out in my education. And of course, I did a lot of traveling, so I picked up coins as I went by. But also, I started basically with U.S. coins, but at that particular time, everybody has their own opinion as far as grading. So you never knew what was the correct grade or not. They would say what a gem BU is, and then basically realized after it actually got graded, it was basically an AU, almost uncirculated, or it is a circulated coin. So now the easiest thing for collectors as a beginner, I would suggest that you do get certified coins, so at least you have those gradings, third company opinion as to what the grade is. Okay, so just be careful when you're doing raw coins that you can grade it. If not, get a second opinion. If not, just get a certified coin. At least basically you will know exactly what it is. What we have here is 3 coins. They're both 1921. This is certified by ICG, also reliable grading company. It's not as high as NGC or PCGS. It probably comes into third or fourth as far as accuracy in grading. Okay. Now the 21. This is a 21. This is what you call a Morgan dollar. It is a U.S. dollar. And this is the last year of issue. They made it in 3 mints. The Philadelphia Mint, which does not have a designation. Then you have a Denver Mint, which has a D, and a San Francisco Mint, which has an S. So you'll see 1921 on the top right, 1921D, and 21S. Of the scarcest one is the 21S. Having a high mintage of 64, 65 or better, then we're talking about, $800 to $1,500 coin. A 21D is the next one, but in the 66, it is extremely rare, and so we're looking at 1,500 or so. And of course, the one on the left, the Philadelphia one, this one has the highest mintage. So you can pick these coins up pretty easily in 65 for about 150 to 250. But if you are able to pick any of these up in proof-like, condition, then it's like double the money. Okay, when I say proof-like, that means these are all frosted coins. There is field luster, and the device has luster. Proof-like basically has a mirror field, highly polished. None of these have that, but later on I will be showing you what a proof-like is, what a deep mirror proof-like looks like, how to be able to distinguish one from the other. These three here are all brilliant, uncirculated, and they're all pretty much gem BUs. If they're 65 or better, they're considered gem BU coins. And of course, being certified, that makes it better for you. When it's time to sell, you have the three things you look for. It's appeal, scarcity, and demand. So you will have all these things there for you. Now, be careful with these coins. These coins have characteristic as to being weakly struck. So you need to be sure what you're getting is a decent strike coin, because sometimes you will see flat strike on these coins, which is very unappealing. And when it's time to sell, you will not be able to sell it for a premium. Again, know what the strikes are. All of them have the same characteristic as being weak strike in certain points of the coin. So the first coin we're going to look at is the 21S. This is the rarest of the three coins. And normally the first place you would look for the highest point is the hair above the ear. Okay, if it's fully flat, weak strike, maybe you can avoid it. But if it's decent, maybe that's something that you might want to consider. Always want to see that you got all the lines by the hair just right above the earlobe. Okay, very nice coin. The coin is sharply struck. It is decent for the strike. It's got very nice appeal, nice luster, no distraction. The face is very important. If there are a lot of bag marks on the face, especially digs or big scratches, avoid those coins, because it would be very difficult for you to liquidate later on. If the bag marks on the field and it's just minimum, that would be better than it being on the face, especially if it's on the nose, the eyes, in the middle of the cheek, or if it's a dig. Avoid those coins. If it's badly toned, definitely something that maybe you want to consider avoiding. On the reverse is the eagle. This one here is very nice, sharp strike. You have to look at the breast feathers. Normally this is struck flatly. That's the problem with these coins. Sometimes there is no breast feathers. But the thing is, you look for the luster. If the luster is there, then it's uncirculated. Also, if you look, at certain points of the coin, on the wreath, sometimes it will be flatly struck. So be careful that it is not all the way flat. If you get one that is a full detail, that is what you want to do. Full detail is what you want to see on these coins. Since they are plentiful in these grades, just a regular BU, be sure you get a full struck coin. They are out there, so be patient and find the coin for you. The next coin we have is the 21D. Very nice coin. This one here is fully struck. If you look at the hair here, this is the area that you're looking is the high point of the coin. that piece there, if it's flat, you should be able to find something a little bit better, but that's the highest point, and normally that is where the first wear you'll see on this particular coin. 21D is very popular, and so it is a nice coin to get. It's a little bit scarcer than the Philadelphia. Here, the back is pretty nice. You do show little breast feathers here. A little bit of weakness here, but aside from that, a very nice coin. And note that the mint mark is there just to the right of the D. Just to the right of the big D, you'll see a little d. Between the D and the O, you see the mint mark for D for Denver. Very nice coin, very scarce, highly desirable. Just to get back on the San Francisco one, you will see the mint mark for San Francisco between the D and the O, just above it. And note here that you will see the weakness here on the right side of the wreath. And of course, the breast feathers. Sometimes it'll be there, sometimes it won't be there for this particular date. That is the weakest point of this particular coin, along with above the hair. Okay, so those are the points that you have to look at, and be sure that the face is exceptionally clean of contacts and the fields are very nice. Having these nice appealing coins, when it's time for you to liquidate, you will have no problem. The last one is a Philadelphia coin. Philadelphia coins are pretty much well struck, and like you can see on the hair here above the ear, you can see all the lines, so it's very defined, so it's very nice. Face looks good, the field looks good. It is graded as 64, so it's not a bad grade. This is the most common date because it's got a very high mintage. But as you get into the 66, 67, it gets pretty pricey, even though it's a common date. And when it gets to be in a proof-like with the mirror field, and the mirror field will be here and here, then it gets twice as much for premium. On the reverse, very nice. Now you can see the breast feathers nicely struck. Normally the weak point is here on the right side, and so this one here is fully struck. Very nice. And of course, the Philadelphia does not have a mint mark, so between the D and the O, above the D and the O, there is no mint mark, okay, on the Philadelphia mint. That is normal for Philadelphia. No mint mark. The San Francisco has an S. The Denver has a D. So here we have the three coins from the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. All three dated 1921. This is the last year they struck the coin for the Morgan series. The Morgan series started in 1878 to 1921. It did go to 1904. So from 1905 to 1920, there is no Morgan dollar struck at that time period. So from 1904, it jumps to 1921. And of course, the design is a little bit different. All these three coins are gorgeous, very nice, highly struck, very good investment. If you're a beginner, this is probably one of the coins I suggest that you purchase as for your samples, especially the 1921 Philadelphia. Get it at a grade of MS65. It's still affordable. You can pick it up maybe for $100. If it's not certified, you can probably pick it up for like $30 or $40. Okay, and then use that as your samples for learning to grade coins. Hopefully this information will help you out. If you have any questions, comments, please send that to me, and hopefully I can give you an answer as soon as I can. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, please subscribe. Till next time.